Okay, so for rendering the materials, let's just look at this one more time. So we have the wireframe basket. That's our first thing that we need to take care of. So what I've done is I've created this Illustrator file. Just pretty simple, trying to get the idea of that wire basket, and then went ahead and exported that as a PNG, just like we've been doing in the past for our cutouts. And so in Revit, now what we need to do is create that layer, or create that material. So you can see I've already got something there. Probably should have named it something specific, but I'll go ahead and go through the process for you. So create a new material. I've started to name my materials with 0 at the beginning, so then I know that they're tied to this project. And let's just go and make it black, maybe just slightly less than black. Call it out as metallic, give it a little bit of reflectivity. I don't think it needs a whole lot. And then we're going to give it some cutout. So I'm going to select the material. It's going to be my pendant cutout. I'm going to go in there and modify this. I just want to do none on the vertical, and then go with 14 inches high. And this, I think I was around 6 inches to make it work. And then let's see what that does. That looks weird. I'm not going to let that throw me. I do need to assign it. I haven't assigned this yet, so I'm not sure I went through this in with you guys, so let's just make sure I did. We need to make sure that this has a material that is being used. So I'm going to select this box, and we'll pretend that's not there. Essentially, you hit this new parameter, and then you type in what you want to be. If you just want it to show up on, like, all of them will change together. It's like, so we're always going to have, it's always going to be black. Then you just do type. So it doesn't matter if you entered 10 of these into your project, they're all going to be black. So you'd use type. If you use instance, it means that all 10 of those could be a unique color. So it's really up to you which one of these you want to use. I just went ahead and used type. So I have a material basket, that's what I'm using. And then once you create that, you can go under here and go ahead and decide what its default is. So no matter what, it'll just come in as that material. So my problem is that I created that other generic material in the previous one, or in the Revit family, or not Revit family, but the project. So I'm just going to rename this basket, and I'm going to give it the cutout again. Whoa, why do we want transparent? On the wrong one. Okay. Well, we're just going to reset this the way it was originally. Okay. That. That. Okay, that looks good. Apply. I think the other thing that we need to do is we have to give these other pieces material. So again, this will be the I mean, maybe materials is kind of redundant. So this will be fixture, or we could say hardware. I don't know. Sure. And then we need to go in and grab this cylinder. Do a similar thing. Ooh, that's the board. I don't know what we call this shade. Okay, now, and we'll set those up to have a certain, so shade, we could call that the light source. Yeah, I think we'll call it light source. And then the hardware, I'll just add this and finish dark gray. Maybe we could do this darker than that. Okay. So we got everything loaded. Let's load into project. And see what it looks like. Oh, I just realized that I've been turning this on and off, and technically, since I modeled this in Revit, I shouldn't have to do that. So I'll stop doing that. Alright, let's take a look, get a little closer to the business. This really isn't too bad. Full disclosure, you see like those little kind of slivers of light. I think what's going on there is that I've got two layers. See, this is the one problem I don't like about Revit, is that when you model in a family, you have to do a solid, and because I have an interior and an exterior to the solid, like I've taken that void out, I'm getting that image on both sides. Now, I have to be really close for that to really be seen, so I'm not horribly bothered by it. I think the other thing, I need to fix kind of where this horizontal is. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and, I don't need to close that, that's right. But I will show you a couple of things that I have attempted to do to have made that better, and it looks pretty good. The one thing, when I was modeling this, and I'm going to go into, I think it's the front view, you'll see that the void is really close to it. When I was modeling for you guys, I wasn't that close. And the way how I did that, because it was really a problem before when I was testing this out. So what I did was I went into the edit revolve. I think I'm in the void part, but that's the same idea. Is I went ahead and copied this whole thing with Control C, and then went into the void form, and then did a paste, align to select levels, and then did an offset from there. So that offset I went like 0.005 inches. I mean, so really thin, just so I could get it to look almost like it was a true surface. So that's the only thing I really did. The rest of this, let's see, we had to change, we wanted to model the material. So in fact, that isn't really something I do in this. So we'll do that in the project. Alright, so in here, edit. In here I'll go ahead and edit the black metal basket. And then I think what I found was best was like a -7.25. Now this, unfortunately, this is like a trial and error. It's the only way to get this kind of, get it aligned perfectly where that horizontal is, but let's hope. Yeah. Whoa. So you can see it's perfect. It's right down here. We have a glow coming out. We have light emitting. It's actually pretty darn good. Pretty successful. Let's take a look at our whoa. Let's take a look at our source material. I would say pretty spot on what they have. There it is. So there's that. That's kind of what they're seeing, and what we're seeing is this. I'd say we hit it, nailed it. All right, so that's a pendant.